stretches, all right? So this is Dr. Devin Coughlin, Freedom Chiropractic in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and we're gonna run through some posture stretches. So this is our posture program. We're gonna do stretches and strengthening, and we're just gonna run through the posture stretches with you first. All right, this first one we're gonna do here is going to be a thoracic extension exercise. So you can use an exercise ball or you can use a chair even, but what we're gonna do here is we're gonna walk our hands out onto the ball, and then I'm gonna bring my lower body down into like a child's pose, and I'm gonna bring my head and my chest down and my arms behind my head and hold that stretch for about 30 seconds. This next one we're gonna do is gonna be a thoracic extension stretch as well, over top of the ball. So we're gonna bring ourselves into this position, and then we're gonna bring our arms back, our head back, and we're gonna roll over the ball and hold this for 30 seconds. This next exercise, we're gonna use a foam roller, and we're gonna do a thoracic extension over the foam roller. So we're gonna bring this down to our lower thoracic spine, and we're gonna bring our hips up like this, put the hands behind the head, and you're gonna pulse as far back as you can and come up, and you're just gonna repeat that 10 times in the lower thoracic. Then you can bring the roll up a little higher into your middle thoracic, and you're gonna do the same thing. You're gonna pulse that for about 10 repetitions. All right, so the next two we're gonna do are gonna go hand in hand. They're gonna be something that you see in yoga a lot. The first one's the cat-cow stretch. The second one's gonna be a cobra stretch. So we'll start off on all fours, and we're gonna do the cat stretch where we round our thoracic spine, and then we'll go into the cow where we arch it. So you're gonna go back and forth, round, and then arch, and then from here we're gonna drop down into the cobra pose, and we're gonna come up into the cobra pose, and we're gonna hold these each time for about 10 seconds. Hold that 10 seconds, and then we'll come back. So this next one's gonna be what we call a shoulder roll. So most people, when they struggle with their posture, their shoulders come forward and their upper back will hunch forward. So this is gonna help us to pull our shoulders back. So you're gonna take either a broomstick, you can also use like a resistance band, and you're gonna have your hands nice and wide on the broomstick here. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna bring your arms up over your head and in one motion behind your back like that. So you're gonna hold the shoulders back, you're gonna come forward and repeat, and then come back again and hold that there. You can repeat this 10 times as part of this exercise. This next one's gonna be what we call a bar hang. So you're gonna find like a pull-up bar that you can use. I'm just gonna demonstrate in the doorway here. And what you're gonna wanna do here is you're gonna wanna have your arms just wider than shoulder width apart. And we're just gonna hang with our body weight down from the bar, and then bring our head back into extension. And when you bring your head back into extension, it's gonna put that proper cervical curve into your neck and flatten your upper back. So it's gonna look just like this. The next one here is we're gonna do a pectoralis stretch. So again, if our chest is tight and our shoulders round forward, it's gonna create that rounding posture in our upper back. So one of the biggest things we can do to stretch to help our posture is gonna be to stretch the pectoralis muscles. So what you're gonna wanna do is you wanna find a doorway here, and if you're doing your right arm, your left leg is gonna be forward. You're gonna put your arm about 90 degrees here and hold it on the door frame, and then you're gonna lean forward and pull that back like that. All right, so that would be the right arm. I'll show you the left from the opposite angle. Again, I'm gonna have a 90-degree bend there with my right leg forward this time, and then I'm gonna lean into the door frame. And just to follow up on that, we can do them both at the same time by standing in the door frame, just like this, and we can lean forward too at the same time. Next stretch here is gonna be something we call a wall slide. All right, so you're gonna wanna bring your body so it's close up against the wall. Your head, your shoulders, and your buttocks all are gonna touch the wall. You're gonna bring your arms up like this to 90 degrees. And then you're gonna slide your arms up the wall and down the wall, just below 90 degrees in the shoulder. And you wanna keep contact, your shoulder, your elbow, your wrist, and the back of your hand the whole time. So you're gonna go up and down, keeping in contact with the wall the whole time. And you're gonna wanna do that for 10 repetitions. So this next exercise is gonna be a shoulder extension exercise, but we're gonna do it very specifically. So we're gonna use a resistance band and we're gonna have our palms forward and our fingers separated. So again, if you sit hunched on a computer a lot, this is a perfect exercise to help basically undo all that damage. So we're gonna stand with our palms nice and wide like this, our fingers nice and wide, and the hands are right in front of us. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna widen our arms and pull back towards our waist like this. All right, so we're gonna repeat this exercise for 10 repetitions. I'll show you from the side. Palms forward, bring that back. Palms forward and bring it back. And this is gonna work the rhomboid muscles, which are in between your shoulder blades. It's gonna strengthen those muscles to help pull your shoulders back. All right, this next exercise is gonna again strengthen the rhomboid muscles in the upper back. And so some people will call this a face pull because you're pulling towards your face. It also could be called a high row exercise. But what you wanna do here is you wanna start with a band that's not too strong of a band, and you wanna have handles if you can. And you're gonna stand with your arms in front of you, and you're gonna pull and squeeze up towards your face. So again, called a high row because you're gonna be rowing high up towards your face like this. And again, you're gonna be strengthening those muscles between your shoulder blades. Another variation of this is if you walk a little closer, you're gonna bring your arms up to 90 degrees, and then you're gonna squeeze them back behind your head. So you're gonna start in front of you, and then squeeze them back behind your head. Again, we're working the rear deltoid muscle and the rhomboid muscles in between the shoulder blades. For each variation, you wanna do 10 repetitions. So 10 repetitions of the high row, and then 10 repetitions of the shoulder squeeze like that. All right, so this next exercise is gonna be done with your chest on the ball, and we're gonna be bringing our arms up like in a Y position, okay? And so this is gonna be working on strengthening the rear shoulder there. All right, so again, we're gonna put the ball under our stomach or our abdomen here, and we're gonna have our arms at our sides, and then we're gonna bring those arms up into that Y position. I'm gonna recommend you have your thumbs up as well, and you're gonna hold those arms up and then come down, hold and come up, and then come down. You're gonna wanna repeat this exercise at least 10 times. If you can do more than that, by all means, do more than that. And again, the goal is to steadily increase the repetitions and the sets that we do. The next exercise we're gonna do is called a prone Superman position. So you're gonna lie on your stomach, which I'll demonstrate in just a second. And the first one we're gonna do is we're gonna lift our chest and our feet off the floor and bring our arms back. So I'll demonstrate that here. So again, you're gonna start flat on your stomach, arms at your sides. You're gonna lift your feet and your chest and your arms all up at the same time. And that's gonna activate all the back muscles that you have there. The other variation of this is we're gonna keep our feet on the ground this time, and we're just gonna bring our arms up and back and come down, up and back and come down. Now there's two ways you can do this. You can do individual repetitions where you come up, you go down, and you can do 10 repetitions on each exercise. Or you can also do an isometric hold where you just hold it as long as you can. You can try to go for 30 seconds to start and work your way up to 60 seconds. All right, so next one we're gonna do here is called a cross crawl exercise. Sometimes you'll see it called a bird dog exercise. All right, so you're gonna start on your hands and knees on all four, And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna extend the left arm and the right leg. So they're gonna be opposite from one another. So you're gonna extend the right leg back and the left arm forward. You're gonna come down and then you'll do the opposite of that. All right, when you do this, you wanna make sure that your back is flat. You're gonna hold each repetition for 3 to 5 seconds, and you wanna do 10 on each side. Again, if you wanna hold it strictly as an isometric as long as you can just hold that position as long as you can. And again, you're gonna look for like 30 to 60 seconds with that. Next exercise we're gonna do is something called a plank exercise. Again, this is gonna be an isometric hold where you're gonna wanna hold it as long as you can. For this, we wanna make sure our body is very straight. I'm gonna show you a straight arm plank because when we do this one, we wanna have a flat back. All right, and so we're gonna have our hands straight like in a push-up position. We're gonna have our feet back, our butt tight, and our belly button pulled up. And we wanna hold this flat upper back. I'm actually gonna encourage you to have your head slightly up in extension. All right, and this is really gonna work on flattening that upper back and holding that position there. Last exercise we're gonna go over here is called a reverse plank, okay? So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna work on bringing our chest up and our shoulders back, and we're gonna hold this in an isometric hold. Again, we're gonna shoot for 30 to 60 seconds, and you can repeat this multiple times as well, but you're gonna start in this position, and you're gonna bring your palms back so your fingers are pointing away from you. You're gonna bridge up, and then you're gonna bring your head back. Like that. Again, goal here is to pull those shoulders back, strengthen the back of your body, so your hamstrings, your buttocks, your back muscles, and then again, bring that neck into extension so we're reversing that forward hunched posture.